This is part 33 of A Link Between Worlds, and in this part we're going to be conquering the first half of the Dark Palace.
Which is really kind of like with the area we were talking about, how we weren't really excited about the area. I was really not excited about this palace because we both hated Palace of Darkness in Link to the Past.
And to be 100% honest, I actually hated this dungeon the first time I played through it.
You ranked it lower than Eastern Palace, and Eastern Palace has nothing about it at all.
I was so down on this one, but then I played it through a second time. I had a little better understanding of how the light and the darkness worked, and I really actually ended up enjoying it. It's not one of my favorites, but still it moved up my ranking.
I was kind of the same way. The first time I played, wasn't huge on it, but then I played now 4 times. And it's one of those dungeons that I keep, start to like more and more every single time I play it.
And normally we don't say that about dark dungeons. Normally we're very anti-dark rooms, dungeons.
It used it well in this one. I think a lot of times, in Zelda games, when you go through a dark area, there's just a circle around you.
Yep.
And that's all you can see. Yeah, this is very dark, but we get the light shine from the windows, which is kind of lining it up. It's almost like a night light throughout the entire dungeon, in my opinion.
And I like the way they do a contrast here. You see when your dark kind of gets, or when you get away from the edge of that platform, you can see that even in the dark.
It makes no sense though.
It does. It glows in the dark. It's I don't know how it works.
But it is very cool. And then you see those gems right there, and then we'll see this a little bit later on and how it comes into play. But just in a dark palace, and it's also helping outside. We had a lot of color outside the maze. You see these gems everywhere that just really brighten up a dark dungeon.
And you combine that with the purple floors they have in here. It's just they do a good job of making a dark dungeon a little more visually.
It's surprisingly beautiful. It's surprisingly beautiful.
Now I'm a big fan. We saw this a couple of rooms ago. When you had those beams of light coming through the darkness, you could tell there was dust or something in the beams of light. And I thought just floating around the camera just looks really cool.
I also like that, ballroom, we went down the hallway. Yeah. That's actually a Link to, or not Link to the Past. That's the Eastern Palace that we already went through, and you didn't get that similarity in Link to the Past where you had something in Eastern Palace that you also had in the Palace of Darkness.
It's a nice little
throwback to the beginning of the game.
It really is. It shows off, hey, Hyrule and Lorule are two parallel little things.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. That's actually a very good point. 2 parallel worlds.
Yeah.
And they kind of have some similarity. Obviously.
It's one of the few similarities.
But you wouldn't think a ball rolling down a hallway is a similarity you would get.
But it's right there in both of them, though. I think it's pretty cool.
And now you saw it last year, that light genie. I would hate those guys this entire dungeon.
Those are such a pain. And they don't show up, though, until your light hits them, do they?
No, it's one of 2 ways. And obviously I don't know because they keep on getting me.
Yeah.
I think when your light shines, they light up because they're called light genies.
I mean, that makes sense.
So that would make sense, but obviously I don't know how they function because they drill me. I said, throughout the dungeon.
They came and got you.
And
I guess we haven't really mentioned this, though. There's another reason we went ahead and did this dungeon next, and you're going to see that. I'm not sure if it's in this part or
it's not.
It's the next part?
It's the next part.
We'll keep you in suspense for one more part.
Yeah. Well, remember I told them we're going through these things to get Master Ore.
Oh, good point.
That's the reason we're doing this one third is because it contains a piece of the Master Ore that we want to get.
Yeah, and we're all about loading up on those as early as possible.
And people have their different upgrades they want to get, and so, but for us, we're offensive guys.
Oh, yeah.
And so, okay, get us the most powerful sword as early as you can.
And we do. Now, I'm not sure, did we mention those beams of light on the wall?
They shines down the walls, no, but I love it.
Oh my gosh, it's just a great little touch. It kind of shows you where light will be shining down, where you can fall down. It kind of opens, it kind of guides your way a little bit.
Now that is very cool, but one thing that will lead to in this dungeon that I don't like is we have to do a lot of backtracking.
We do.
You don't have to, but if you want to get all the chests and all the rupees you can get, or the most of them, you had to go down through those holes and kind of climb back up, and so a lot of backtracking in this one.
There is. I mean, even honestly, just to get all the way through it, even without getting the treasure chest, there's a little bit.
Now you're talking about the black light and then the walkways that were lit up. This is a really good example of it right here in this room. It just a fantastic image that was just, I don't know, made the game stand out really.
It was. It's how does your lantern cause this black hole, but the light basically around you, but seeing the pathway lit up in that bright white all around, I thought it looked great. You're right.
It doesn't make any sense, but there's been plenty of Zelda logic that has not made sense. Yeah. So
if that's our biggest complaint with the logic, then they're doing something right.
Now here's one thing I don't like: the gorillas, I think they're called right here. So. We already faced them once. And it kind of, I don't know if it was a mini boss, but it had the music of a mini boss.
It did.
And they were kind of just doing the same thing right here. And It's been one of our few complaints in this game. Is like how the mini bosses were so easy for one.
They are,
and then how they were also repeated quite a bit.
Yeah, it's not like a new enemy like.
Well, that actually is a new enemy in this dungeon.
Well, true,
but then we end up facing him twice.
Yeah, we already fought him once.
So you know, whatever.
I like to see a big like. Neat mini boss that's unique, you know, something like that.
The mini bosses, none of them felt climactic in this game. Like, you know, it's like, okay, the music starts playing and then it's over with.
Yeah, it's just
although that could be our skill level, Red. That could be our skill level
for once.
Yeah, for once. It's got to be a very easy game though for us to get that.
I really liked this little. I don't even know if you can really call it a puzzle, but like, I think those beams of light, like going down the ramps there, showed you that these are actually like downhill ramps. That when you throw something, like it'll roll all the way down like this just did. So I thought that was a really nice touch.
I thought this was the what's called the Master Ore, but this is actually this is the big key already. Yeah, we get the big key pretty early in this one.
We do because we've already got the compass as well. Normally that's pretty early. But the compass and big key, we're gonna spend a lot of time in that second part just collecting other random.
I like this room right here. Kind of going along with our sidewalks. Now we have walls that are kind of playing the same thing.
I really love that too. And from when I first saw this room, I kind of thought of like back to Thieves' Hideout where you had a couple of these maze-like rooms. But man, getting it with combined with the light effect, I thought was really neat. And again, it's one of those little things that I understood it a lot better the second time through. Yeah. And it made me appreciate this room a little bit more.
Well, you know, like we talked about, we hate dark areas.
Yeah.
Like dark dungeons. We hate dark dungeons and dark rooms in dungeons. So I think we're always a little bit biased against them. Yeah. Because I think me and you both like to be able to see everything that we're doing. We don't like our limited vision.
I'm just scared of the dark.
Jesus Christ, Red. Do you really want to say that on a commentary that's going to get 1 million views?
Wait, you don't sleep with the nightlight still too?
In 2080.
Yeah. We're hoping for 1 million views, so spread the word about us, by the way. I don't even know what to say now.
This room.
This room.
Well, I do like this room, actually.
Well, I know what to say now is this actually wraps up part 33 of A Link Between Worlds.